Mystery boosters were finally revealed at the Richmond Mythic Championship. It's not a Pro Tour anymore, the Mythic Championship. There was no preview season up to this, we just knew the event was coming because Wizards of the Coast told us, and then we got to see live, unfolding on social media, through like a viral marketing almost, what was in the packs. Now, some people were quite excited by this, myself included, because it's a mystery, and when they start opening them and I saw it was like some sort of cool randomized limited format akin to Chaos Drafting, I was like, huh, I fucking love Chaos Drafting. Others, and this felt like a majority at the time, and it's kind of calmed down since, especially on Twitter and Reddit, were saying, well, they were disappointed, like woefully disappointed. Calling it like Bulk Masters and Draft Chaff Masters and all these other really funny jokes. Many were arguing that their expectations were just too damn high, and that perhaps Wizards of the Coast have mismanaged this product and the hype around this product. Almost like companies hyping up the products they want to sell and have people look for and read about, as if that's a bad business practice. What? This all leads me to ask one specific question of those that are so upset and frustrated and making YouTube videos about the mystery boosters and how bad they are. What the fuck were your expectations? Hi, I'm Vince, also known as PleasantKenobi on the internet. I'm the Magic the Gathering content creator equivalent of just being better looking than you. And today, we're going to look at the mystery boosters, what's in them, why I like the look of them, and then maybe explore some of the criticisms that seem a little bit unfounded and a little bit hasty and fucking stupid. To explain what's in the mystery boosters, here's an image that Gavin Verhey gave us on Twitter. He says that the packs have 2 common or uncommon of each colour, 1 multicolored common or uncommon, 1 artifact or land at common or uncommon, 1 playtest card, which I'll come to in a moment, 1 M15 forward rare or mythic, and 1 pre-M15 card in its original frame, which can also be a rare or mythic. So some packs have multiple rares in them. The playtest cards are incredibly weird effects that feel like silver bordered cards, but functionally they do work within the confines of the regular game's rules, although often breaking them in some ways. No dexterity, no doing dances or taking your shoes off or any of that shit. Thank the gods. And as you can see, this format looks bonkers because of the randomization. Some people are comparing it to Cube, but I feel that suggests a misunderstanding of the nature of Cube. This isn't really a Cube product per se, because in Cube, all the cards are very, very powerful. Every card is equally as powerful. It's difficult to just draft a good stuff deck because every player in the pod will have a good stuff deck. Archetypes and strategy is really important during the drafting of Cube. Are you going into ramp? Are you going to burn, control, combo, other strategies that exist depending on the cube? This is far more random than that. This is much more akin to Chaos Drafting, which, if you don't know, is a format where you get 3 booster packs, random booster packs throughout Magic history, and you draft those packs, and the format it's crazy, because you don't know what you're going to have, what your opponent's going to have, because your decks are wonky, and you have to play really bad cards to fill it out, kind of like normal limited, but weirder. And the excitement is seeing older cards and weird cards you didn't play with much, and weird synergies and weird effects. If you want to see some Chaos Drafting and some Chaos Drafting gameplay, there's a link in the cards in the description below to a Chaos Draft video I did recently over at the Channel Fireball offices in Ireland. The overwhelming negativity about what's in these packs suggests to me that, well, a lot of people in this community don't know or have played a Chaos Draft, and it fucking shows. But that's okay. It's okay not to know about things. It's okay to learn. It's not okay to jump on some sort of cynical high horse and be a little bitch. So why are people mad? Let's go through some of the points. The first one is the big dumb one, is it's not what they wanted. Somehow Wizards are saying there's going to be a mystery product with the word mystery, and then saying all will be revealed on a set date, Richmond in this case, and then Gavin Verhey showing up in some sunglasses. Somehow that hyped the community to absolute fucking oblivion, and people had unrealistic expectations of what this was going to be. You may well have wanted a 15 card booster pack for $10 that gives you a $100 bill, 5 tons and a blowjob, but you're not going to get that. Don't be fucking stupid. The level of entitlement that's coming out of these ideas of, it's not what I wanted, therefore it's a scam, that level of entitlement is giving thousands of years of Western patriarchy a run for its fucking money. I have not been this frustrated by Magic players in a while. I often defend the community saying we're not as bad as people make us out to be, but some of the shit hot takes I've seen have been just that. Shit takes. Not so hot. I guess pessimism and cynicism are easier than positivity. There is a reason people say that the internet is full of hate and criticism and not very constructive most of the time. There's a reason people talk about haters going to hate. There's also a need within our community to be part of the discourse in order to engage with the discourse. People will go for the lowest hanging fruit of jokes. Do you remember when Modern Horizons was in preview season and everyone kept calling it Commander Horizons? And I made a point to point out, is that even a... I made a point of saying that this was a dumb joke, because evidently the cards in Modern Horizons were really fucking good. Once again, it looks like time has made PleasantKenobi look good. That was a really bad turn of phrase. Basically, it looks like Papa Kenobi was right, and those people making that shit joke were just basically looking for something to be snarky about. Now, as you can tell from this video, I quite like a bit of snark, and cynicism can be healthy at times. I am part of the Dice to Removal podcast with Brian, and we get very cynical over there of the decisions and the actions of Wizards of the Coast. I think Wizards of the Coast can make mistakes. This year, indeed, we've had War of the Spark and Modern Horizons completely fuck a load of things up, and Oko right now really is a problem. So Wizards of the Coast aren't beyond making mistakes or fucking about. That said, the normal social media discourse for Magic, whether it be on Reddit, Twitter, or especially YouTubers, there's a few YouTubers that just make shitty drama videos about Wizards of the Coast because they have nothing better to do. They have no good quality to make other than, you know, a shocked face in the thumbnail like this. And then a word like this. Oh no, what's he failed again? Something that I've been thinking about a lot recently is that we do criticise Wizards of the Coast when they make mistakes, but we hardly ever recognise when they make good sets or do very well. Recently, War of the Spark and Modern Horizons in my eyes has been overshadowing how great Dominaria was, for example, or how great this Pioneer announcement has been, and how it's a fresh new take on an eternal non-rotating format, and that's great. We don't give them the credit where credit is due. However, they do make mistakes, and this product is not beyond criticism. Depending on what the actual final set looks like and the price point, there may be some very valid criticisms. For example, if this set does not include fetch lands, then I'm going to be fucking livid. Not because I believe this will bring the price of fetch lands down, we believe this set is somewhere between 700 to 1,000, maybe even 2,000 cards for all we know at this point in time as of recording this video. So the price of a fetch land is going to go down dramatically from being in there, but I think we should be putting fetch lands everywhere we possibly can that won't spoil a product. And this is a great place to put. It also means that when you're drafting, some of these people will get really excited about opening some money. So let's unpack that criticism a bit more. Repacks and draft shaft masters and comparing it to the Walmart and Target mystery box things. No, this appears to be a curated set. Gavin Verhey has said on Reddit that this set has a set list. They picked cards to be in this. That means they can pick cards that do synergize together in some way. There will be combinations or combos of cards. In Chaos Draft, often you will get cards that have no synergy with the rest of the draft pod. You'll get a card that just says, remove some poison counters. Is that leeches? Is that a thing? This curation may make it to be a better draft format than often Chaos Drafts can be, which can be clunky and, well, fucking clunky. So saying simply it's an eBay repack is kind of bollocks. The other thing as well is that we've already seen that there are soul rings in the uncommon slots that people have been opening, like 2 in their own seal pool, which is a bit ludicrous, but whatever. Someone's opened a mana crypt, someone else opened a Kiki Jiki. There are rares and mythics and things in this that are chase cards that people want, which you don't get from repacks on eBay. Don't buy repacks on eBay. The next common complaint is not knowing the EV or expected value of the packs. Now, this has some legitimate criticism underlying it. When you go into a Chaos Draft, you can see what packs you have, and you can kind of, once you're given them, go, oh, I might have X, Y, or Z in here. Or you can get given like 3 Ixalan block packs if you're in a Chaos Draft that extends to the modern day, and you're fucked. I guess the observation I'm making is, compared to a normal Chaos Draft, this is really no different in terms of EV. And on the topic of EV whilst drafting, sometimes you just pay for the experience of having fun in a unique way. Now, I do understand this appears to be a $25 draft, which is quite expensive, but again, are Chaos Drafts any cheaper than that? No, they're not. The other problem we have with Chaos Draft is that they're a bit of a tradition for larger convention-esque events like GPs or Magic Fests now, and Chaos Drafts aren't like they used to be. I will never forget the first or second ever Chaos Draft I did, where I won a pack of Revised, Unlimited, whichever one's the cheaper one at the time, and we were opening Mirrodin packs, and other ludicrous sets in that draft. One of my opponents opened a Sword of Fire and Ice from the Mirrodin booster, a Threads of Disloyalty, which is like a $15, $20 card at the time because it's playable in Modern, and they also opened a Jace Architect of Thought from the RTR booster. I ended up beating that woman because she had an Opaline Unicorn with a Sword of Fire and Ice on it, and I had every artifact removal spell going because I hoovered them up late in the draft because no one ever takes that stuff in Chaos Draft. I got this revised booster, I opened it and I got a Clockwork Beast. Not quite what you want from a revised booster, but it's a great memory. Modern day Chaos Drafts aren't like that. Not because Channel Fireball is trying to squeeze every penny out of you, it's because packs are getting rarer and rarer to source. Recent Chaos Draft offerings at GPs are not as good as they used to be, and that's a completely honest point. Instead of getting a plethora of really old packs, we have a lot of Iconic Masters, A25, and other Masters, Eternal Masters too, other Master sets that there was such large print ones of that sit around and people have got because they weren't bought en masse. Now some of these boosters have really high value cards in them. Eternal Masters, for example, has become a very good pack to open in my opinion because some of those cards have spiked crazy amounts. Just Sylvan Library's $40? Fucking mad. The reason for this is that older packs are drying up. When you think about the amount of Chaos Drafts that a company like Channel Fireball must put on at every GP across the world, and sometimes these GPs run out of product because they just can't bring enough. Yeah, we're not going to have enough boosters to keep Chaos Drafting forever. It's the same argument for why Legacy is going to struggle because the reserve list and the finite amount of jewels and things, and also SCG dropping it from the tour. There is a finite number of old Mirrodin packs in the wild. There's a finite amount of Scourge or Alliances or whatever cool stuff you've got. I collect boosters to cast. Oh, it's not on camera. I collect old boosters because I want to use these to play. Some of these aren't even that old. Fucking Legions. There you go. I collect those so that I can Chaos Draft with friends in the future, and it's kind of like me just ensuring to have that fun in the future. Mystery boosters fulfill that role and give us something new to draft in this way, without us drying up the supply of old boosters and obviously the price of that going up and up over time. So that's its function, its form, and why it's there. And if you aren't there to open and Chaos Draft, then maybe this set just isn't for you. Not every product is for every player. This is something I talked about in my Commander Legends video, where I talked about how perhaps we do need more products because we have so many fucking players now, thanks to Arena and Commander being so popular. If you don't want to draft, then perhaps mystery boosters aren't for you. If you are one of these people who cracks packs to post a picture of it on your Facebook group and go, look at the cool pulls I got, then like more power to you, but this may not be the set for you. If you are a fledgling MTG Finance nerd with your folder full of 6 valuable cards, cool, you do you, fella, but that doesn't mean that this set is for you. I am going to Bologna to play the main event, and I'll probably scrub out, let's be real. Once I've scrubbed out, I'm going to draft the shit out of this. I'm going to draft the ever-loving shit out of this, because this feels really cool and unique and fresh. This reminds me of when I used to try and collect Time Spiral and Future Sight cards by just cracking the boosters and putting them into a shitty folder, a sort of folder around here somewhere, a shitty folder. I didn't know what was in those sets fully. I didn't know the whole set, because I didn't really follow any Magic media at the time in any way, shape or form. This is the Wild West, the old days of opening boosters and not knowing what you're going to get. And for a limited environment, that's fucking cool. The full set will be out once everyone's cracked the boosters. So I think they're announcing it like in a Monday's time or 2 Mondays' time, which is a shame really, because I don't really want to know everything that's in it when I get to Bologna, but I guess I will. Essentially, I didn't want to make a video around mystery boosters. I was going to make some more gameplay videos today, which I'm going to go do after I finish this video, but I feel like I needed to address this. Wild, unchecked cynicism and skepticism and pessimism and snarkicisms. This shit doesn't make for a very fun environment for discussion, right? Everyone's just trying to be like snarkier than everyone else about the set. It's kind of fucking lame. Let the people who the set is for and look to it and think that's going to be enjoyable, enjoy it. Criticize Wizards for the things that deserve to be criticised. We need Fetchland reprints somewhere. This set is probably not the correct place for them, but hopefully they're in there as well. But just fucking moan about that in the future. Moan about way old products that don't do anything other than make the game look fucking stupid from the inside out. Outside in. Yeah, that's the term. The real problem we have with the never-ending pessimism about the game and the decisions that Wizards make around the game is that we're kind of crying wolf. If we complain about everything as a community, the people at Wizards of the Coast are going to be like, well, that's just Magic players, right? If with every decision Wizards make, good or bad, you make some video with a shocked face and a thumb and some red word hovering next to you, you are the boy that cried wolf. But instead of a boy, you're just a bit of a cunt. I want our words to be heard when we have community outcry about things that matter. And this doesn't matter. This is a product that isn't for everyone. If you want to crack packs for value, well, you shouldn't be doing that. But this isn't the set for you. If you want a pack that you open up and it literally gives you a tuggy, that's not a thing either. Align your expectations. Don't be so fucking entitled. And understand that not every product is going to be for you. In the meantime, I'm going to draft the shit out of this. I've been Vince, also known as PleasantKenobi on the internet. I'm going to end this video with an advert for my new t-shirt. So buy it. It's available. It's on sale for another week or so. And here's an advert where I take a shit. Ta-ta for now.
From the man that brought you bees and got Stoneforge Mystic unbound in modern, it's the new t-shirt from PleasantKenobi. Have you always longed to be as sexy, sensual and bearded as PleasantKenobi? Well, that's impossible, but you can buy one of his shirts and try to fake it, you dirty peasant.
Alright.
Has Oko got you down? Did he turn both of your parents into elk and leave you for dead in the woods?
Help me. He's coming!
Are you sick of the lack of alternatives to standard on MTG Arena? Do you wish Rant 6 was never printed?
Fuck you, Rant 6.
If you answered yes to any of these questions, then well done! You're a Magic player, so buy your PleasantKenobi shirt now. Crippling sense of anguish, self-doubt, existential terror. Stop being a bitch and buy a fucking shirt. Need something snazzy to wear whilst you hit on Linda from finance? How about you stop sexually harassing your co-workers for once and buy this fucking shirt? It's made from black polyester. Black poly cotton dioxide. It's made from fabric. It's made from black fabric and shows Vince being a lad. What? It even has hidden modes and alternative uses. It can cover your face if you're repulsive, which, let's face it, you probably are. If you've run out of toilet roll, you could even wipe your ass with it. But be sure to wash it before you wear it again, lest you smell like a shit goblin.
Not again.
So what are you waiting for? Pick up a t-shirt today and support your favourite beard in the Magic community. As stated by LSV.
PleasantKenobi has like a real slick beard. I think his beard looks very well maintained and looks really good.
Buy it now! No, but seriously, you only have a week or so to pick this up before it's gone. Buy! Consume! Feed him. Because he won't feed himself. YouTubing doesn't really have any transferable skills, so support your favourite beard and buy a shirt today.